My loves, this is a very ad-lib, free-flow, more colorful edition of my weekly newsletter called The Sacred, where I just go as heart to heart as I can get. If you want to read it and get the links, head to daniellelaporte.com/sacred. So I wrote this tagline once for The Sacred, which, used to be called Sacred Weekends. Went like this: girlfriend vibe meets spiritual depth. And I like it. I'm not, I don't feel cynical about it. My commitment is to fully deliver on girlfriend vibe meets spiritual depth today. I'm going to tell you the story, kind of give you fly on the wall of a conversation between my sister friend Joey, who WhatsApp called me from Egypt last week. And we were just in one of those moods. We were so happy to hear each other. We were 12 hours apart in terms of time zones. She's climbing into pyramids and in temples, and I'm getting ready to move. And we were just in this philosophical mood, jacked on the temple light and the new moonness. And here are the highlights. I'm breaking it down in wisdom nuggets. I'm especially stoked to roll these out for you because most of these are wisdom nuggets from other women, and I love the unifying. So wisdom nugget number 1, this comes from Anita Moorjani's description of units of energy. Okay, stay with me. This is verbatim from a reel that Anita Moorjani put out. She's doing a class on empathy with commune. Here's what she had to say, word for word. Imagine if your energy is a currency and you give it a value. So let's say a good night's sleep gives me 10 units of energy. What am I going to do with these 10 units of energy? Am I going to a horrible job that I hate? Am I in a relationship that I don't like and I live in a neighborhood that I hate? Then I'm down 15 units of energy. Imagine if you don't even give yourself a good night's sleep. Imagine living that kind of life every single day where you're going into an energy deficit. No wonder people get sick. The people most prone to going into energy deficit are empaths. What empaths need to do is see energy as a commodity with a value. You need to get into, and I'm putting this in capital letters and bold, energy equity. So what recharges you? What pays you back energy? It could be something like playing with my dog. That energizes me. That gives me 5 units of energy. I'm still reading Anita's teaching, by the way. We all have things to do that deplete our energy. We have responsibilities. We have kids. We have aging parents. We help people who have disabilities to do those things. But what are you doing to build up the energy equity so that you can do those things? What are you doing to build up your energy equity? Okay, let me tell you why I love this. I know we've likely heard this in different ways, translations, numerous sources, but this time it really got me. The metaphor, the context of this being a more helpful way for empaths to approach things. Let me break it down. So as someone who aspires to be a heart-centered human, as someone who is wired to serve, and devoted, as someone whose empathic nature can run me ragged, the concept of energy equity is like a brilliant reframe for me. So admittedly, this is a mind trick, and I try and stay away from the little psychological hacks, but I'd love to be so enlightened that I don't need such gimmicks, but I'm not yet. So when I think to myself, I'm generating 5 units of energy when I go on a seawall walk, then what happens? I'm more likely to go for the walk. The walk becomes my seva, S-E-V-A, my selfless service, even though it's not entirely selfless. This concept of energy equity has me paying closer attention to the essential and the non-essential energy costs in my life. So, for example, I'm packing boxes at night to get ready to move to another apartment. This is an essential thing. I got to do it. It costs me about 10,000 units. It costs me about 10 units. So knowing that, because I'm going to take good care of myself, I know that I better make sure that I go for a walk that same day. I'm going to make sure that I go out of my way to crack some jokes for some people. I'm particularly funny on WhatsApp. And I'm going to do some redwood shavasana. It's this beautiful shavasana exercise that we have in the Heart Center membership. I'm going to do that before bed. And that's about 5 units each. So that puts me 15 units. I can do the math. That puts me 15 units up. Okay, so let's look at a non-essential situation. Like, say, debating with a name caller who's slid into my DMs, non-essential. Cost, 5 units. Not worth my energy. Move on. So, energy equity. For me, it means my joy gets prioritized. My empathy, my empathic nature, which I'm starting to really appreciate more, acknowledge more, my empathy gets honored. And I go for more walks and I dance more. And more often than less often, I'm in bed by 10:30. And if you know me, you know that's revolutionary. It's energy in the bank, baby. Okay, wisdom nugget number 2. It's a simple quote from Cody Sanchez. Cody Sanchez is this business babe baller who has set out to become a billionaire. And she creates really well thought out, high production value content on wealth, in what she would say is taking back Main Street from Wall Street, helping people start businesses on the ground, cash in hand, taxation smart. Anyway, I love her stuff. She did a great video on YouTube around opportunity costs and time management. And this is one nugget on opportunity costs. Simple quote, simple direction. If you can do it in 30 seconds or under 5 minutes, just get it done. I love it. Just do it. Don't let it build up. Don't burn time thinking about if and when and how you should do the thing. If it's a 30-second task, if you can do it in under 5 minutes, especially while sitting in a meeting, I love this distinction. And I've passed this on to my team. If there's something that you can do and still stay focused during a meeting that'll take you 30 seconds or 5 minutes, just do it. Don't create a to-do list during the meeting and then once the meeting wraps, go off and do it. Just lob it out. We got this. Okay, wisdom nugget number 3. So I say to Joey, I taught this great class. It's called the Vision Builder. And this teaching is really hot. This is a teaching from my boyfriend, philosopher, Krishnamurti. He said, when you introduced the time element, you could also say the element of time. When you introduce the time element that says, I will change gradually, then you don't change at all. So let me give that a breakdown. When you say, I'll change eventually, I will change gradually, then according to Krishnamurti and me and Joey, you don't change at all. So I throw this down to Joey. I'm like, Joe, listen to this one. Okay, I taught this great class. This is the Vision Builder. It was an amazing class, by the way. And Krishnamurti, you will change gradually, then you don't change at all. Joey says, oh, boom. Basically, he's saying, just fucking change. To which I got to say, right, yeah? If you drag it out, it just doesn't happen. Just fucking change. Okay, so that's the philosophical, life, energetic, metaphysical wisdom. And then because girlfriends, there's always some beauty and lifestyle stuff. So Joey and I spend some time thinking about if I should start eating meat again to help turn my body into a fat burning machine. I'm debating it. I've gone on and off the wagon of vegetarianism, veganism, carnivore, all the things many times. Every time I make a different choice, a new choice, it's with more awareness. Anyway, I'm going to talk about that someday. But fat burning and protein, I'm thinking about it. I also happen to mention, I don't know why this came up. Did this even come up? That I developed an allergy to eyelash extension glue years ago, which is really sad because girls know that if you just get them extensions, you don't need to do too much else. Like everything, like your whole entire life just is on a new trajectory of success. But I got so allergic to the glue that like 2 or 3 days after getting the eyelash extensions, my eyelids would start to swell and I'd look like a little pug puppy to melt those suckers off. Anyway, I gave up eventually. I tried all the things, the hypoallergenic, the different technicians. I just got to love my lashes the way they are, which brought me to one of my favorite new products. You know, I love all the Living Libations, everythings. And Nadine and company just came out with a new castor oil line. I got to do more research about why castor oil is so incredibly magical, because even my naturopath has recommended castor oil packs for me. It just must be this incredible stimulant and detoxer to put on my liver. And I was like, I don't want to go to sleep with the liver wrap thing, but I'll do it. And she said, well, just on the nights when you don't feel like doing that, just put a few drops of castor oil in your belly button. That's easy to do. But anyway, this has nothing to do with the new product I'm loving from Living Libations, which is they've done a blend of castor oil and rosemary. And rosemary is this great stimulant for hair growth. So I got the little roll-on to just test it out, but they do sell it in the larger bottles. I'm going to amp up and get one of those. And I just put it on my eyebrows, and then I put it on my hair roots. Here's a quote from Nadine about rosemary. Rosemary's verve, she's so poetic. Rosemary's verve saturates castor oil's viscosity to enhance absorption as it seeps into skin and scalp. Massage into hair and scalp. Dab upon pigmented patches and blemishes, which is great because I'm really making progress with my melasma going away. Slide on for deep facial massages and roll onto eyebrows and lashes. Doing it. Nom nom. So there we have it. All the wisdom nuggets. Energy equity, time management, the metaphysics of change. Just fucking do it. Don't delay. And fat burning and lush hair, because we got range, baby. Girlfriendship is one of my favorite spiritual practices. So I love you. I'm glad you're here. I hope you load up on your energy units this week. Always, always, always with love. Danielle. Hope that was helpful in every way possible. If it was, please feel free to subscribe so we can inject the algorithm with real intelligence. And please share for anybody else who needs a little more sacred in their life. Always, always with love. Danielle. Thank you so much for listening, for feeling, for spreading the word. With love.